think the chances are really likely that we put forward this and pass this common sense bill.
Incoming Democratic House Majority Leader Alec Garnett will again introduce legislation to allow extreme risk protection orders in Colorado. This would allow law enforcement or families to petition a judge for involuntary treatment of a mentally ill person and at the same time remove any firearms for safekeeping until mental health is restored.
Matt, come out of the room now.
The legislation, first introduced in the last legislative session, came after one Douglas County Sheriff's deputy was killed and 4 other deputies were wounded when they tried to detain Matthew Reel, a known mentally ill lawyer who had a stash of weapons.
It's the reason that we moved forward with the legislation.
We begin with an exclusive interview. The incident was also the subject of an RMPBS Insight documentary detailing how neither law enforcement nor the Reel family had any way to intervene in their son's downward spiral before it was too late. You don't blame the family for this?
I don't blame the family. I mean, the family cooperated with us, and I think that they reached out to both Wyoming and to Lone Tree and to Douglas County and said, hey, these are the things that we know.
The Rocky Mountain PBS documentary was such an important piece of this whole process. It was the clearest illustration from start to finish why an extreme protection order is so important.
If it's okay with the chair, I'd like to show a snippet of John Ferrugia's documentary on what happened in Douglas County.
A portion of the program was shown by Garnett and Republican sponsor Cole Wist to a bipartisan Colorado House committee to explain how law enforcement and the family were helpless. But after passing the full House, the bill died in a Senate committee where the then Republican majority would not allow the documentary to be shown.
I think the decision was that it was easier to kill the bill without showing that than it would be to kill the bill while showing that.
In the coming legislative session, Garnett says he will likely show portions of the program again and expects to have a better reception from a democratically controlled legislature. And
Governor-elect Polis and I have talked about the legislation several times. I know that he was approached on the campaign trail several times, and he is supportive of the legislation.